Hey, it's Mr. Slattery coming to you from a undisclosed location. I'm hiding out. I am in quarantine like I hope you are, and together we are defeating the virus, and eventually I think things are going to come back to normal, but we're just going to have to be patient. The times we're living in right now I know are hard, and some of us are struggling more than others, and my heart goes out with you, but let's continue to fight the good fight. And so today, instead of going to school and rambling on for hours on end, I think I might just give you a break today, and I will come to you via YouTube and ramble on for minutes on end. So bear with me here. Okay, I'm going to ask a question. We're going to have a question of the day. And remember how we answer a question. We use RACE. R-A-C-E, RACE. R stands for restate the question. Okay, you're going to restate. I'm going to put a question mark. The question. A stands for answer the question. C stands for cite. Cite what? Evidence. Cite evidence. Or cite a quote. Okay, same thing. And when I talk about evidence, I'm not talking about like CSI evidence. I'm not talking about anything like that. I'm talking about evidence that you would find from your reading material, more than likely. And then the E stands for explain your quote. So first off, in order to do RACE, we have to actually get a question. So here's the question of the day. The question is, how is TikTok relevant during the era of coronavirus? I'm asking you this question because I really honestly want to know it. So, relevant, okay? Relevant era. Now, in the olden days, I say, just get the dictionary out, son. Get your word book out. But, we're living in a digital age. We don't have to really do that. So good old internet. So right here it says relevant. I'm going to click on that. Dictionary, closely connected, appropriate. So, and the great thing about this is I can even go a little further. What is relevant? It matters. Relevance is clear. It is simply a noun, form of an adjective. Relevant. So there's different words. I think I know everything, but I'm not sure about error, but I want to make sure. So let's go back to the internet. Now that I've looked up everything, I kind of rephrased my question to kind of help me make sense of it, to know what I'm looking for. How does TikTok matter? Or how does TikTok belong during the time of coronavirus? Coronavirus meaning the time of now. So now that I know the question, and it's a little messed up, but of course this helps me think, I know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for an answer to this question. So good old internet is here to help me. So now I'm going to go back to Google, good old Google to help me. I'm going to type in TikTok, keyword. I'm going to type in important, or importance, and then I'm going to type in coronavirus, not Cardi B, and let's see what happens. I got a lot of different sites. Hit news. Now, I'm trying to find how TikTok is important during this time period. So I'm going to go to websites that I think are not fake news. How do we know that it's not fake news? Well, The Guardian, let's see if The Guardian is fake news. Well, one way that we'll know that it's not fake news is if it does not have a person actually putting their name by the article. That doesn't always mean it, but it does give you a clue sometimes. And this seems like an author. I'm going to click on them. Yes, a London-based journalist. So that tells me that this article is real. So what I want you to do is, now that you've seen the article, it's from The Guardian, How Coronavirus Helped TikTok Find Its Voice. I want you to pause this and read it. And once you are done, we're going to go to the next one. And so I'm thinking you paused it maybe. Now I'm going to go down and I'm going to see, oh, well, this looks like something. This is Variety. Well, I know what Variety is. I've heard of that. That's a real magazine, but maybe you haven't. But again, we see a person wrote it. So this is true. And this talks about money being given during the coronavirus. So I'm going to read this. And when I'm done, no thanks. And when you're done, you'll pause it and we'll go to the next one. Okay, so now that we've gotten 2 articles, what I want you to do is I want you to make a chart. Get a white piece of paper, and as we've done before in class, let's make a T chart, a T. Did I do it right? T. All right, there you have it. You got The Guardian and then you got the Variety article. What I want you to do is I want you to go back to those articles, read it again, skim through and find 2 quotes from each article that would help you answer the question of why TikTok matters in this day and age. Why is it important? Why do we even have it at this point? And I think that those 2 articles could answer your question either way where you're leaning towards. But you need to find some quotes to back up what you think your answer may be. Whatever you want to call it. Next week's YouTube video, whatever, I'm going to come around and I'm going to show you what my quotes were. And we're going to use that to start race next week based on the question about TikTok. So we're going to connect this week's lesson to next week's lesson. For you can always get on the portal at Webster Parish. There's a lot of reading material there. You can practice this, looking for quotes to answer questions. This is something that is very helpful when using RACE. The site information, as I call it, is the icing on the cake. You need information to back it up. Till next time, thank you.